Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. Happy birthday. Welcome to your season. Welcome to the month of September. This is going to be a monthly reading for the sign of Virgo. So, welcome. I'm glad you're here. All the decks that we're using, we're going to list those down in the description box below. So, check that if you're interested. And we're going to do a monthly overview. We're doing Celtic cross spread. And Virgo can be your sun, your moon, your rising. Maybe it is your Venus or your Mars placement. And maybe you are interested in a Virgo or what a Virgo is up to. So you are watching for that reason, and that is cross watching, and that is welcome here too. So however it is that you came to this video, I just want to welcome you and thank you for watching. We're going to do Celtic cross spread, so we're starting with the recent past, Virgo. Let's get some energy on the recent past. What brought you into September? For the sign of Virgo, the Tower. Something shocking, something unexpected, something that you weren't anticipating. The Tower energy is really revelatory. It not only is unexpected, but it illuminates you. It allows you to experience something that you weren't prepared necessarily, but when you look back on this being in your past, you realize that thank God that happened, because it opened my eyes. It showed me the truth. I was shown something I wasn't expecting to see, but I'm glad it happened. I'm grateful. Your current energy for the month of September, where are you currently at energetically? So the sign of Virgo, Three of Swords. You're remembering some pain. You're thinking about pain from the past. You've got some healing to do about something that keeps coming up. Swords are thoughts, and piercing through this heart. This can indicate third-party energy. It can indicate, people meddling in your relationship. Maybe it's a mother-in-law. Maybe it is an ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, or somebody that, it's a third-party energy of some kind. And so on your mind, current energy here is pain, something that broke your heart somewhere along the way. You're thinking about it. What is the challenge? What is your challenge, Virgo, for the month of September? The Eight of Wands. It's fast, rapid, fiery, passionate, and this is your challenge. So you might want to be moving slow. You might want to be taking your time on things and trying to just ease into this fall season. But this, how things are always moving. We can't really ever stop the boat and get off for a second. And that's the challenge, is that things are just moving fast. School started and the holidays are coming up, and we're thinking about what our role in life is, and it's just fast and it's a lot, and that's a challenge for you. On your mind, Virgo, what's going on up there? The Princess of Coins. This is the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles, Princess of Coins, is a new opportunity. It's some sort of beginning in a new job. It's a beginning of a new way to invest your money. It's something that you've been thinking about for a long time, and it's on your mind about, how am I going to put it into practice? How am I going to put the pedal to the metal in that regard, about something with my physical reality. It has to do with my house, my home, my physical relationships, how I move through my life. You're thinking a lot about that. And under the surface, down in your subconscious, maybe you're not even really aware that this energy is here. What is that for Virgo? Three of Cups, Three of Vases. It's joy, and it's family relationships. It's friendships. It is getting together with people, and even if you're just having iced tea, you're having a drink. You're kicking your heels up. You're having some backyard barbecues. You are organizing just a lunch date or two or a coffee meetup. And this is under the surface. So it feels like it's something that you want to do, but maybe you're not able to because you're over here trying to get through the rapid, everything's moving at lightning speed, and it feels like you're just not able to fit this kind of energy in right now. So what is in your near future, energetically speaking? It's the King of Swords. As you move into the future, you're going to start taking a very masculine role, very action taking around your communications. You're going to start speaking your truth, saying what you mean and meaning what you say, and calling things out. I just got the message of, I'm calling out bullshit. I'm not putting up with things, people, places, or things that get in my way and hold me back and hold me down, because I'm about strategy right now. As you move into the future, you are thinking strategically. You are thinking, if this, whatever it is, isn't going to benefit me or my life or my family's life, then I'm going to take my sword and I'm going to cut it out. And I'm going to quit thinking this or talking about this or doing that or hanging out with this person, because they're not adding to my life, and I'm only about things that bring the highest and best good to me. And I'm going to speak out about it. The King of Swords is not very feeling oriented. They're more so mental strategy. It's very facts over feelings. I always think about an accountant or a lawyer, very words, communication oriented, not very heart space energy, more in your mind, thinking and processing and speaking out on it. And your external energy, for the sign of Virgo. Somebody outside of you or something outside of you that their energy affects you. It's the Four of Coins. So somebody that is in your life, they're very good, or it could be bothering you, but they protect themselves and their time and their money, but they feel blocked off to you. They don't really open up fully to you. They're guarded. Their heart chakra feels blocked, and they're in your life, and that affects you. Maybe you really want that person to open up to you, but they stay very guarded, is the way that really feels. Let's talk about your energy internally. How does Virgo deal with this September energy internally? How do you think about everything? Five of Wands. You're a little on edge. You're a little spicy. It feels fire energy, and it's Five of Wands, and it has to do with ego. So you could be feeling a little egoic, a little bit like, my way is the best way. I want things to be, sometimes Virgo, and I am Virgo rising, so I'm calling myself out here too. I want things the way I want things. And when people argue with me, all it does is piss me off. I want things the way I want things to go. And they're either not getting on board with that, or they don't agree with you on that. They are coming at you or standing up against you. And it just feels like you think to yourself, if you're not with me, you're against me. It feels like you could be feeling a little spicy in your internal energy. What is your hopes and your fears in September, Virgo? Your hopes and also your fears. The Knight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy, and it is movement oriented. So you hope that you can be somebody that moves on your passions and your desires. You also fear that you'll move on your passions and your desires, because if you do, and let's just think about something romantically, if you were to take action on your attraction, your passion, your energy, then what would that require of you? So it's a hope and a fear. And the Knight of Wands always gets a reputation for being a player. They're not really interested in the long term. They're interested in the right now, in the short term, in the present moment. Just kind of playful, adventurous, risk taking, not really interested in long time, long term, but I just want to play. And this is a hope. I hope that I could be somebody that could be this lighthearted and fun loving and fancy free. But I also fear that, because let's just be real, I'm a Virgo. I want things the way I want things. This feels too risky. It's a hope and a fear. Your future possible final outcome for the sign of Virgo. Justice. Justice is a major arcana for the sign of Libra. And justice is something to do with if you're involved in some sort of a lawsuit or a legal matter or something involving human resources at work. Just know that justice is on your side, that the scales are being balanced, that there will be fairness and equality. There will be justice will be played out. And because it is here as your future final outcome, I need to share with you that justice will be on your side. So you will prevail. I'm going to get another deck and do a round of clarification for you, Virgo. So let's jump in and go back to the beginning, and let's talk about the Tower. Let's ask about the Tower. It's the Eight of Cups. In your recent past, something came along and it shocked you, it surprised you, it was revelatory. And remember, I said there was this lightning bolt moment of, whoa, okay, now I can see, because everything was shaken and rattled and rolled around. And I was able to have clarity in my thoughts and my emotions, and I could move away and walk away from what no longer served me, because I saw clearly. I just got that song. Maybe this is a homework song for you, but I can see clearly now. The rain is gone, and I'm able to walk away in your recent past from what no longer serves me. Let's find out about the Three of Swords here in your current energy. Why is the Three of Swords here for Virgo? The Five of Pentacles. This is something to do with feeling abandoned and left out and excluded. It can also be monetarily feeling in poverty, feeling in lack. I don't really have enough or have what I want, or everybody else. There's the haves and the have-nots, and there's a struggle with that. And it brings me into a place of pain in my heart. I remember and I just got this really clearly. I remember being a child who was always without. I didn't have the big fancy things that everybody else used to have. So in your current energy, there is almost like a feeling of deprivation. I feel deprived. I feel like I don't have everything that everybody else has so easily. And there's a struggle there in your current energy. Let's talk about Eight of Wands as the challenge. Why is the Eight of Wands here as the challenge for Virgo? Eight of Wands, the Chariot. Just like I said, everything moving so fast. Chariot is movement. It's major arcana attributed to the sign of Cancer, but it has to do with getting in your chariot, your car, your vehicle, and moving towards something. But because everything does begin to start moving so fast towards busy schedules, busy lives, everybody's got somewhere to go and some place to be and something to do, and it's movement energy, and it's a struggle. Maybe you had a nice relaxing summer and everything was just kind of slow and easy and good, and all of a sudden, man, the fall season starts and it is boom, 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 and everybody has to be running, and that's just simply a challenge. What's on your mind? Princess of Coins. This is that page of pentacle energy. What is that here for? The Wheel of Fortune. Because everything is always turning, everything's always moving, as we've been saying. The cycle is turning in your favor. New things are coming your way, especially new opportunities, like a job, like a relationship, maybe a new house. Maybe it's some sort of an investment opportunity that is coming your way. But because the Wheel of Fortune is here, it says this will be for your highest and best good. There will be prosperity attached to it. There will be abundance attached to it. There will be long-term longevity attached to it. It's working in your favor. And in the bottom here, 3 of Cups. You know, I was mentioning just not feeling like you're really able to have a social life, and you crave that and you want that. You want emotional connection with others. It's girlfriend time, it's guy time, and it's under the surface. It feels like you're just not really able to let yourself out to play with your friends. Why is the 3 of Cups here? The Knight of Cups. Yeah, you have a lot of feelings about that. You know, the Knight of Cups is a romantic mover. They are always trying to think about ways to make others' day. You know that my friends love it when I call them or send them a nice text, or when I arrange for a get together, a lunch, a Sunday brunch. And I love my friends. I'm just not able to fit them into my life somehow. And it feels like you're putting that down under the surface. It's there. Your Knight of Cups is really like, I want to be with my friends, but I just can't seem to fit everything in. Tell me about the King of Swords as you move into the future, Virgo. What's the King of Swords here for? Whoop. It's the Knight of Pentacles. So as you move towards the future and you are using those facts over your feelings, and you're speaking out about people, places, and things that don't add to your life, they don't add value to your life, and you're not afraid to put clear boundaries and tell people that, you're no longer welcome to do A, B, and C, because I have to keep my life very drawn out clearly. You move towards the physical reality version of that really slowly. It's not something that you just activate overnight. It takes you some time, Knight of Pentacles, to really put thought into action. So masculine energy, King of Swords, it's gonna happen. It's probably just not gonna happen very quickly. Tell me about the 4 of Coins. This person that is external to you, that you want to be connected to, they mean a lot to you, but you sense and you notice that they're really guarded. They're really protective of their heart. And you feel that. Why is this energy here, and why is it affecting you so much? 5 of Wands. Well, that's your energy. So they possibly have that spiciness too. And that's why they guard their heart and they protect themselves, because they have an ego as well. And maybe that's why the 2 of you are at odds. It feels like this is somebody that means a lot to you, but they are just as stubborn and as stuck in their ways as maybe you are. And you two care about each other, but you're not willing to concede on something. Tell me about your energy being the 5 of Wands. Why is Virgo the 5 of Wands? The 6 of Wands. You want to win. The saying that says, do you want to be right, or do you want, what is it? Do you want to have peace, or do you want to be right? You can't really have both. So sometimes it's a matter of, okay, I'm going to see things from your perspective. And if you don't see things from my perspective right now, maybe I will back down. But I also hope that you will back down sometimes too. That if you want your way just as much as I want my way, we can both be happy. but we can't be happy and arguing over silly little things. It feels like maybe it's somebody in your household and you want the trash done and you want the dishes done a certain way and the laundry done a certain way. All these little tasks that I know Virgos really care about. Somebody is just unwilling to yield to your specifications, and you guys can either argue or you can back down and let them be right, and then sometimes you can be right. Six of Wands, you really want to be right. You want to win and be victorious, and that's where you get stuck. Tell me about the hopes and the fears as far as the Knight of Wands is concerned for Virgo. It's the Queen of Pentacles. This is your energy. This is your court card. And so you want to play, you want to have fun, you want to let your hair down, you want to just be here for the short term and not really think about the long term. But you also fear that, and you know, you're an earth energy. You are this Queen of Pentacles. You do want to play, but you also want to take things very seriously. You hope that you can be a lighthearted, fun-loving, footloose, and fancy-free person, but you also know that you crave stability and solid energy and what you can count on. And you want to be able to be loyal and devoted and caring and Mother Earth-like. And it's a hope and a fear to be the Knight of Wands. And you're just going to come back to who you really, truly are. I don't know, you just might want to get away and have fun because all this energy over here is just putting you in a position of, I just want a vacation. I want to get away. Even if you just had one, I want to get away. What is your future final outcome? Why is justice here for that, for Virgo? The Four of Swords. Justice is on your side. You will prevail in a legal matter or an HR dispute or something to do with the law or legality. And ultimately, you just want this off your mind. You want to stop thinking about it. Four of Swords. I just need to put my mind to rest. I need to let the justice system handle it, the legal system handle it, the law take over. HR needs to just handle this problem because I'm done thinking about it. I need it off my mind. I need it off my plate. I need it out of my life. And so knowing that justice is on your side, that probably gives you a little bit more, phew, I can relax and I can just let that go now. Thank goodness. Let's get you a oracle card. This is Whispers of Lord Ganesha, and we're just going to pull one of these oracle cards as your theme for September, Virgo. Let's get you a good theme for September. We have embrace. So beautiful. Look at Lord Ganesha hugging his little mouse friend. It says embrace, and it's card number 11. 11 is a beautiful magical number, and if you want to look that up and see what that means for you, but also the 1 and the 1 can add up to the number 2, and the number 2 in numerology has to do with duality and balance and intuition. And so your word for the month of September, embrace. What is it that you need to embrace, that you want to embrace? What is on your heart, and what do you want in your heart? Embrace that. Virgo, this is your reading, and I hope that you do have a beautiful birthday season. Thank you for being here. Spicy Sunflower Tarot can be found on TikTok as well as YouTube, and your likes and your follows, subscribes, and shares are really appreciated. Thank you for being here. Be blessed, be well, and we'll see you next week for your weekly reading.